everybody, how is it going? I am Lucas, and we are going to be checking out a brand new IR loader from GGD, which they make a plethora of drum packs and VSTs for your DAW. We are going to be checking out their brand new IR loader, and this IR loader is going to be full of Zilla cabs. Zilla cabs is a cab company over in the UK, which is where Nolly is actually located. That's the GGD, the Getgood and GGD drums. And he actually went over there and he has like a ton of them, and some of his personal ones are in here. So what you actually heard, that was my Black Cat, which is headless and has Toast and Fishmans in it. That was on the bridge pickup. And I'm actually using my Axe effects with the cab turned off, and I'm using my preset that is a 5150 block letter, and I'm just using all of the preamp information from the Axe effects, and I'm feeding that into GGD Zilla, which it sounds fantastic. The preset that I actually used for that opening little riff, that was actually Misha's preset of Basic Metal. I loaded that up and it sounded great, so I just decided to run with it. So let's actually take a look around the plugin a little bit and let's talk about stuff. So I'm gonna get rid of this right here, and when you first open it up, it opens up to the very first cab, and it's like, I think it's the, well, it opens up on a 112, but let's go through all of them. So you have the Studio Pro 212, and in here it comes with the G12M creambacks, and it also comes with the Alnico creamback. And for each of the different cabs and each of the different speakers, you can choose through different mics. So you have the C414, you have the NTR, you have the KM184, SM57, of course, MD421, and the SM57 off axis, and you also have the R88, that is going to be your room mic. So for each of these cabs and each of these speakers, you can choose a different mic setup. As you can see, whenever you pick them, it loads up with their default settings, but you can always change that. So you have the Studio Pro 212, you have the Fatboy 212, which you have a V30 and the G12 in there. You have the Fatboy 112, which, okay guys, this cab is like the surprise of this pack. I'm gonna show you that right now while we're on it. So you can, it only has one speaker choice because it's obviously it's a 112, and so this is what it sounds like when it's loaded up. Let's let you hear what that sounds like. So that's what it sounds like when it is loaded up. Now let you hear what it sounds like when we go to the when you do it with a 421. This cab sounds fantastic with the 421 on here. So this just goes to kind of show you, whenever you're messing with this, try different speakers, try different mics, because you're gonna get different sounds on different ones. Now, once again, I'm using this patch that I have set up, so different things are gonna sound different through your stuff at home, whether if you're using, you know, any one of the different amp sims that you have out there in the market. If you're using that compared to, you know, different other stuff, it may sound a little bit different. So dial in the amp, you know, and with a guitar, specifically how you like it on a specific IR when you have it set up right, and then transition it over to this and kind of find, you know, one that kind of sounds good with it, and then tweak it a little bit and you'll be good to go. Moving right along, you have the ported 112, which the ported 112, it on the back of it, it lets the air escape a little bit more. And on here, once again, you get one speaker choice, and it loads up with the off axis. Let's see how this sounds. And let's see what it sounds like with a normal SM57 on here. Also too, I want to kind of point out, level wise, things might jump a little bit, because whenever you're moving from cab to cab and preset to preset, their volumes are going to be different from each one, so you may have to mess with the output and the input a little bit, like I just did. Let's see what the ported 112, let's see what it sounds like with the 421. It's seeming like the 112 sound a little bit better with the 421 on them. I guess it's this, I don't know. Same thing with the Fatboy 112. So let's go move on to the Super Fatboy 212. This one loads up with V30 with an SM57 off-axis. And let's change speakers real quick. That sounds very aggressive. What about if you do 421? It might be a little overkill. Actually, this is great. Learning experience. So since this speaker tends to be harsh, it seems like the 421 balanced it out a little bit. Let's try the 414. Obviously, guys, there's so many different combinations you can do in here. I don't want to focus so much on a specific one because this video is going to run for like 10 years. Holy crap, that sounds great. That sounds so good. You see, I'm like discovering things just by accident, just playing around with it. A cool thing you can do too, you can save stuff too. So I know I'm going through all the different cabs. Let's take a little break and focus on this. So you can actually save, and you can load, save, and export. So if you come to save, you can save the name of the preset. Let's call this soup. Oh, no. Oh wait, no. I want to do a user. So we could do super fat V30 UK, and let's put the C4114. So let's save that. So we have everything in there and save, and look, it shows up under user. So we can, come back here and load that up. And when you go to change to a different one, say it's gonna ask you, would you like to, abandon the current settings, and you hit cancel. One of my little pet peeves about this plugin, well, I'll say pet peeve, one of the only things that I find that I didn't really care for or like is that whenever you change from preset to preset, it doesn't show you which preset you're on. So for example, let's go to basic metal. So we can see we're on basic metal, but if you don't have this memorized, you don't know which one you're on, because if you change, so say you change and you're playing, and you're like, wait, which preset did I pick? You don't exactly know. One cool thing they could do to easily fix this is you take the preset loader text, you shift it up a little bit, and right underneath here you put like a little box that says current preset or current selection or something, and you put exactly what you picked on there, and that'd be great. So you see, when we go back to here, boom, see? So it's kind of easy for this because, we named it, but like I said, if you move off of it, it doesn't exactly show you what is named, but that's a super easy fix. But this thing sounds fantastic anyway, so I wanted to save that because it sounded good. Moving along, we have the vertical 212 in here, and this is what it loads up with default. Let's get a little sound of that. This one sounds really good. You can also change the speakers in there if you want to go to the Alnico, greenback, Alnico. And once again, if you change the mics, you get different sounds. Alright, let's move on. Vertical 212. Oversized angled 412. This one's like pretty much like I won't say default, but it's like a really popular cab. Yeah, I got some aggressiveness coming through it. That's a classic sound, your UK V30, which is important because different V30s sound different. The Chinese sound different from the UK, and the Mesa ones sound different from the Marshall. There's different V30s sound different, by the way, and we could put a 421 on that. That sounds so good, man. So much sounds so good in here. I'm sorry, guys. I'm excited. They sound so great. We have the standard basket weave 412, and it has the heritage and has a greenback. Sorry if I'm not like playing like super killer riffs. I'm just trying to burn through this. in a consistent fashion, so that way I don't keep you here for like 30 minutes going with it. And then we have the oversized straight cab. And this is loaded up with the V30s and the SM57 Classic combo. Let's change out speakers. Let's go to the... Oh, we have Vintage 30. I think it's the one we started with. Sorry if I forgot. And it's the... Wait, no. Go to... So you heard the difference in there? There's definitely a difference in that 5 to 8K range. It sounds like it's boosted on the UK one. It sounds like it's boosted. Let's see what this sounds like with the 421. Is that all the cabs? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have ran through all of the cabs. As you can see, you have a plethora of different options going on here. I need to come in and save some more in here because there's so much stuff in here that sounds good. It's amazing, man. It's crazy. This is actually the preset we heard. So you have a set of presets from Misha and from Nolly. Misha is from Periphery. He owns part of GGD, and Nolly is actually Nolly Getgood, who it's named after, if you didn't know that already. And this is the basic metal. And you have the big British stack. This one sounds really good on some of my other presets. I don't exactly know how it sounds on this one. We'll see. It sounds okay. It like on my Ingle preset I have on here, actually, it sounds pretty fantastic, to tell you the truth. You know what, let me let you hear that real quick. Got my Ingle preset loaded up for you. This is what it sounds like with the Big Brit stack. Sounds pretty good. So let me change back to the preset we've been using real quick. So we are back to our 5150 preset, and the Boutique Room, this one is actually like fantastic, especially for like clean tones and stuff. It sounds really great. I love this one. It sounds so great. You have the Creamback Fatboy. Volume wide open. The one in stereo, as you can see, it just takes it and it flips them out wide. Gives you both of those different speaker options. The Genty one's actually really good. Sorry, that just sounds really cool. Mellow and Roomy, this one is also so fantastic. So if you lower your volume down a little bit, go into my single coil mode on my Tosins. Volume's all the way open. It's a single, this is bridge. As you can see, I really love this one because it's like, It's like really mellow and you can just kind of... If you compare that with like a good, nice, clean sound, it would sound absolutely fantastic. Nolly has his own boutique clean. Let's check this out since we're pretty much here already. I see the volume's a little lower. Let me jack that up a little bit. Excellent jammage. Let's see what this one sounds like. Check out the super fatty, fatty boy. Millennial metal, millennials, they're ruining metal. Let's check out this one. Ooh, this one sounds so good. This is classic combo, 57 and 421. That's like classical. Let's check out some chonk. It's the same combo, just with some different cabs. Napoleon syndrome, short people. Ah, I get it, it's the 112. That's really funny, Nolly. Swedish grind. Is this like a Meshuggah one? Make sure you use an HM tune with that. That would be great. And V30 Mayhem. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to wrap things up for GGD Zilla. Guys, this thing sounds fantastic. And like I was saying before, you can also export them. So if you click export right here, it'll, see I've already exported some of them. It brings it up right here. And you can export some of them. And I actually put them on my Axe Effects already. And they sound great. So I know I'm kind of doing a weird thing where I'm using my Axe Effects to play them. And you can actually load them on there too. But guys, this plugin sounds so good. Jesus. Now I know I'm just using one preset and basing it off of that. But if you use them on cleans, and I love how you don't have to work very hard about this plugin. I know in some of the other plugins you can kind of move it around and you can get that sound you want. You can definitely do that like on Wall of Sound, for example, from Tune Notes. But I think with this one, what the guys wanted to do is they wanted to be like, look, I want this to be super simple and I want it to sound super good, so that way people aren't like, you know, trying to mess around and getting stuck trying to get good tones. But guys, let me know in the comments down below what you think about GGD Zilla. Are you going to pick it up? I love them. I think they sound great, but let me hear from you in the comments. I'm going to have to be out. Peace.